Petite Pet Portraits with the Artist Algernon. Welcome back, everybody. It is I, the Artist Algernon, but you can call me Derrick. I am laughing pretty hard already because we've had some major technical difficulties, some what do you call it? A snafu, if you will. We've had some snafus. We already had the camera fail on the initial part of the painting where I rough everything in. So I'm kind of doing everything that I would normally do in a day, but I have to do it as other things. Like, I'm cleaning my kitchen. I did a lot of cooking yesterday. I'm cleaning the kitchen because I didn't get a chance to do it last night. I had to go right to bed, get up super early, as you could probably tell by how the sun is barely hanging in the sky here. But got the coffee brewing, kitchen's looking fresh, and we're almost ready to make it happen. Today, we'll be painting a beautiful little pup named Chucky. And this painting's going out to Chicago tomorrow morning. So when we're on a time crunch like that, the only move is to just jump right in. And that's what we're doing, folks. So as soon as this coffee brews, we're going to throw paint on that canvas. As I said before, this we're joining this painting in progress, about 35% done because of the camera issue. So hopefully that's not too much of a bummer for you. I think the end result will make up for that. That's me personally. But let's dive right in, gang. And as you can see, we've recovered some footage. This footage is just trying to block in the proportions, get a general idea of what this beautiful dog's face looks like. And that's about as much as we got before we got to this place. I'm very happy with how quick it came together, yet very sad about the in-between stage, because it was very interesting that trying to navigate the information with this dog, because he's a beautiful pup with a beautiful smile, as you can see, and there was some real fun stuff that happened. But at this point in a painting, as you can see, as someone who uses a half-tone canvas, you can see that it's really just about the dance of light and dark, as I learned in college is called chiaroscuro. And the journey is cut in half by just starting at gray. Being able to just add light and dark with hints of color expedites the process much quicker for someone like myself. I picked that technique up from a lot of my classes where we were doing life drawing, and we were using half-tone paper, whether it be blue, brown, red, whatever. And I was actually first introduced to that from the late, great Bob Ross, who I still to this day use the gesso that his company put out. This painting being one of those. So as you can see, Chucky really came to life quick. And I made sure to not get too caught up in the information in the fur on his face. It was
is really secondary to getting the proportions, the gleam in the eye, and a tongue like that. Like, it's a happy dog, and you really just want to get that dog smile. As you can see here, and this is where we will stop and rest the eyes. So we are at a point now where we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop and take a look at this painting. Once I get my eyes back, I just need to step away for a minute. So I'm gonna walk her. She did her passive aggressive I need to go out walk. We're going to deal with that. Then we come back, and hopefully that sunlight is where it needs to be for me to be able to finish this painting and get it out, shipped out to Chicago. So I'm gonna make it happen. We are now adding the fur around the eyes and nose area, the snout, if you will. And as I said before, the halftone image, part of that for a dog like this, you really don't want to get too dramatic with shadows or highlights too early on. And I've said it before, where I find myself dulling down a lot of highlights and brightening up a lot of shadows. Otherwise, everything looks like a halftone image, which can be fun if you're shooting for dramatic. But as you can see with this pup, this dog doesn't look dramatic. This dog looks very happy, not brooding, just, you know, just a happy dog. And a pleasure to paint, obviously. And I let the palette stay with the colors. I didn't have to reset the paint too much, as this painting did move very quickly. And a lot of the background information really helped to make a lot of sense of the dog itself, which I know probably doesn't make much sense unless you actually paint. But you can see now I'm adding in the mid-tones and lightening up those shadows, and it really does help make the dog come to life in this way of adding these colors on top of these dark spots. And there's a lot of shadow cast by the fur, but it's never going to be as dark as you think it is in the initial run. Though on the ears, due to the proximity of which the light hits them and the perspective, there will be some areas that are a bit darker. But we're coming to a close on this one. This was a very, very rapidly shaping painting. I think that's it. I think we should let this dry and varnish it and ship it out to Chi-Town. We did it. We made the deadline. Whoa. Buddy. We made the deadline. You come up? Come on. You come up? Oh, okay. There we go. So, we made the deadline.
we beat the sun, which, okay, I'll take this side. So we made the deadline, we beat the sunset, even got out for a little walk, and, you wanna go down? Okay. Apparently she did wanna, bail on me, so, we got it all done. The painting will be mailed out in the morning. I'm very happy with how this came out. To be honest, for a while I would get really intimidated with dogs that have hair as opposed to fur because it can be distracting. And it can get to the point where there's just so much detail going on that it's intimidating, and it's easy to get stuck jumping around section to section and like, in this like freak out mode, and it used to cause me a lot of anxiety, and now I've learned how better to paint that, you know, that much fur or hair depending on the breed of dog, and so I think Chucky looks great, beautiful face. A lot of the character, a dog that has that much fur or hair on their face is going to be, you know, that's where the majority of the character is, especially around the eyes. So, and you can see that as it's taking shape, even in the time-lapse videos. So I'm glad you came with us, stuck around. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you would like your dog or cat or any pet you have, if you'd like them featured, contact me via the YouTubes here, or hit me up, of course, on the social medias, Instagram, the Artist Algernon, and of course, Petite Pet Portraits. Till next week, from me to you, cheers to another great painting. So long, everybody.